It's a cookie. It's a chocolate chip cookie. The thing that gets me is when I've been to America once, and it always confused me, some of the different words. Like, nowadays, because I've watched so much TV, I've got them all down. But I went over in the 90s and I didn't understand anything. Because over there, you don't use the word queue. We queue up for everything, whereas over in the States, you get in a line. And I was like, where's the queue? And you're like, what's a queue?
And you know what's funny about the word queue is when I first met Shannon, she said it all the time.
What happened?
She said it because of Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is a video game.
Yeah.
And
they're queues. Lines.
In the video game, everything that was line was a queue. And it was you have to build queues, and everyone would get in queues. So she said it all the time, and then I started saying it. So there are some Americans that say queue.
I was gonna say, so if we had been there and heard you, we would have totally had your back.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. There was one guy who asked me if it was meant to be pronounced Monty Python, and I was like, "Are you serious, mate? This is no. It's Monty.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, I don't. To be honest, I'm not sure. Looking back, if he was being serious or not,
or just being the troll,
or if he was just being a 1990s troll. But he definitely asked me the question. Either way.
So what brought you to the U.S., if I may ask?
Well, at that time, it was a school trip of all things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We went because Miss Frizzle said that we should. No.
Get on the magic bus. Not a magic school bus.
I don't know why Miss Frizzle would take us from Wales to the US, just to New York, but she did. The reason we went there was it was a drama English media trip, and we went and we saw The Lion King on stage for the drama students.
Oh, nice.
But because I was the only media student there, we didn't do anything media-y. I wasn't a drama student, so it was kind of a bit weird. Because we met Nala. She taught us how to stage fight, but I was like, this isn't relevant to my career, but alright. That was pretty cool, learning how to fight off a woman dressed as a lion. I almost dropped a camera off the Empire State Building, that sort of thing.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I had a strap on it, around my wrist, and the wind blew, and I was one of those stupid people who put something over the edge. Mm-hmm. And the wind blew, almost blew the camera out of my hand and down, killing someone. Boy. God, that would have been the end of my life.
It would have been the end of their life. You wouldn't have known the difference.
Well, I'm pretty sure someone would have reprimanded me. I don't think I would have got away with it. Otherwise, everyone would be using that as some sort of murder scheme.
I think one person could get away with it. I think if someone's like, hey, where'd your camera go? And you're like, you know what? I'm not sure.
It made it worse because it was someone else's camera. But
that's even better. They're like, hey, where'd my camera go? You're like, I don't know. Where'd you put it?
Well, you borrowed it.
I don't recall that.
The murder weapon has photos of all of this.
But that's what I was picturing, the camera surviving the fall and killing.
The murder weapon seems to have a lot of photos of this girl on it. Not the. Do you think the girl's the murderer? Yes, Sarah is the murderer.
Well, see, now Sarah's implicated in a murder.
Well, I didn't actually drop the camera.
Oh, see, I've created this fiction in my head where that actually happened. That's kind of how I live my life. The fictions I create in my head are often better than... So I live there. I just live in that fiction.
Is that how you ended up doing this YouTube channel?
We've been doing this for years.
Oh, really?
No, that's another fiction I made up.
See?
But you believed it, so there we go.
If you say anything with enough conviction, anyone will believe you.
No, we started doing this YouTube channel because I was just kind of sick of not creating things.
Yeah, I know that.
Because we're just working the 9 to 5s and we do this thing I like to call coffee clutching.
Right.
which is like you just sit around talking about all the great ideas you have and you never get any of them done.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it and just start loading things up.
I totally know the feeling of not doing stuff because I consider myself a creative person, but if you don't have a creative job, you start feel stifled and you hate it. At least in my experience. So as I was going to work, coming home, and just going, what am I doing? I want to do something creative. And do you know what? As soon as I kind of started doing all the YouTube-y stuff, I managed to land myself an actual creative job outside of YouTube. So it was like, it wasn't because of the videos, it was because I was actually doing, getting a bit more, getting it out of my system, I suppose.
So what do you do for work then?
I'm an editor for a television production company.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you edited anything I've seen?
No. I won't have done, no. I started working for a company who do those, those kind of GIFs you see where people are like, from infomercials, where people are going and, are you sick of not being able to drink out of your gallon of milk? And then they drop milk all over themselves. Yeah, those ones. Yeah, I worked for a company that makes those adverts. Like 30-second infomercials that go on advert TV style.
Oh, that's funny. So you get to watch through hours of footage of people struggling to put a lid on a peanut butter jar?
Pretty much. The first one I worked on was a... what was it? It was called Cat's Meow. Oh, no. It was called Perfect Arch, but like purr as in a cat purring. And... yeah, exactly. And all it was imagine a long toilet brush, right? But bent over into an arch and attached to a base which you could fill with catnip made of scratching post, right?
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen those. I think I've seen those ads.
I think it was originally an American product, so could very well have happened. I don't know. That was the first one I worked on, but I worked for that company for a little bit, but I've recently found somewhere more credible to work. So
how much did they have to coerce the cats to actually use that thing? Because I saw it and I'm like, no cat in their right mind is going to get into that thing.
Well, if you honestly go back and watch that advert, there's a bit halfway through, because you probably switched off by then. There's a bit halfway through where you realise why the cats are using it, because they say you can put catnip in the base, and you go, oh, because if you've ever had a cat and you've ever given it catnip, those things go mental for that shit. I mean, it makes them go crazy. It's funny because I went on one of the shoots and saw them shooting a video before, and we had to deliberately break things for them not. I saw them doing the thing which they were trying not to do with the product, if you know what I mean. But basically, the product was called the Dish Drying Mat Deluxe, right?
Right.
And all it was a padded kind of rag that you put down when you put your dishes down to dry. It kind of soaks up everything like a sponge, even though you're meant to put it on a drying rack anyway. That's what they're for, aren't they?
Yes.
Anyway, it was. They go, oh yeah, it also stops things from cracking as much. You go, really? Does it? So the shot we needed was of people putting a cup down on the side after washing it and the cup cracking. But obviously that doesn't happen. I mean, unless you're slamming the cup down.
Right.
And we spent about half an hour trying to fabricate this cup smashing, because if you did it too hard, it'd be too quick and the shot would be crap. So you had to do it like, we ended up having to break it, glue it back together, then smash it down.
And honestly, what kind of people watch those and be like, oh, you know what? That happens to me all the time. Like, what kind of Hulk hands motherfuckers are buying these things?
It's like, I slam down my cups after washing them. This is the perfect product for me.
I have a question for you.
Go then.
Okay. Because apparently I talk very strangely for where I'm from.
Right.
And there's one particular fruit in which I say...
Where's this going?
There's one particular fruit where I use what I think is the correct term, and everyone around me uses the incorrect term. How can we get him to say it without telling him what
Spell
it is? Okay.
Describe
Well, you spell
the
it.
fruit. This might be more fun.
Yeah. Shannon, describe the fruit. Go for it. You mostly eat them dried.
Are they? Do they look like a small peach?
Yeah, they're kind of like a small peach. They're mostly dried.
Right.
They begin with an A and end with a T.
Apricots.
Yo! Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, you know what, Shannon? I am a victor. Say it how you say it, Shannon, in your stupid way.
In my stupid way, along with like nearly everyone who lives here. I say apricot.
Fair enough. I
What
mean,
kind of bullshit is that? Apricot. It's apricot. Crying out loud.
I'm glad that I've made you so happy by saying.
I'm going to shove that in Shannon's face for years.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us on Drawn Apart. Today we had David from Conventional Characters. So we're going to put a link and stuff to his videos. Check them out. They're pretty great. Check out our Facebook, our Tumblr, and our Twitter. That's a lot of places, but find us there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We need your views, man. If you have any, like, Amish.
There's no real Amish culture, no.
But they make fucking cheese like nobody's business.
They can't do anything else.
Yeah,
Right?
no. Yeah, we have like you go to the mall and stuff, and there's furniture shops where they're just selling like their handcrafted furniture and their handcrafted cheeses, and it's like that's some old world delicious right there.
You go, I'll take the cheese, but my lazy boy's all right, thanks, man.
They'll make you a rocking chair though.
Yeah, but those don't stop rocking. I mean, I just
Lazy
want to
boy, you
lean
can put
back. I don't want to come forward again. That's just fraud.